Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Brian from USA Cards. The dancing fool that you just saw, name is Vintage Sports Shack. The reason I even put him at the front of this video, because if you don't know who this person is, and if you've never watched him, and you like rage bait, please, as soon as this video is over, go over and check him out. He's a ranting fool who just cannot stop hating on people like Neo, Cards and Comics, Sports Card Dad. He kind of glazes Sports Card Radio, but like anybody that is like actually a sensible, relevant part of the YouTube card community, he's going to hate on him. His beef with Neo is that Neo took a card. Let's say, for instance, it was, let's just say this card, right? Took a card, and let's say this card had a little fuzz on it, right? And I'm prepping it for grading, and Neo went like this, just to kind of pick some of that fuzz off. And he has ranted about how Neo is a card trimmer for the past, I don't know, month. He can't let it go. Neo is actually like very humble, would never trim a card. He's a collector. He's not like this flipper. I like Neo. I really do. I like a lot of his stuff. I think that he's sort of in the same lane as I am in terms of he's a collector first, and then he's got to, recycle some things, move some things to keep bringing in new pieces. But Vintage Sports Shack guy, get real, please. But I think he's a cloud chaser, and that's all he does it for. Anyway, not really here to talk about him. What I'm here to do is show you how this Randy Moss, this thing right here, how this trade was finalized. So I did a review of the trade that I made with Carmine's cards for this 101 Reebok logo. Traded a few cards and then added the rest in cash on this. And, I've been sort of operating under this premise of no new cash in my hobby space. So everything that I spend in the hobby has to come from things that I move, things that I sell. And so I was excited to finally get to zero balance with the cash that I put in on this. And I thought it'd be cool to just show you guys everything that kind of went into that, everything that made up that cash. So here is basically everything I gave for the Moss. Now, in part of the original deal with Carmine, I gave this green Pulsar Jalen Hurts rookie prism PSA 10 pop 16, I believe. That was the biggest card in the deal. Also moved this Brunson Hyper, which only about a $200 card. Then, and keep in mind, I'm getting to 4K value on this. And then I also moved these raw prism rookie silvers, 2 Brunsons, 1 Dante DiVincenzo rookie auto silver in the deal. And then I gave the rest in cash, and that left me a significant hole to fill as far as recouping that money. Here's how I did it. So I actually offered this to Carmine, and he passed on it. And then I ended up selling it on eBay for like $525. So the downtown Kristaps Porzingis. I also moved, and I talked about these in the last video, this red poster card that had a crease in the back, eBay authentication, thank you very much. That was actually, eBay refunded $200 of that for me, and then I sold this for like $125. So I'm not counting the $200, I'm just counting, although I probably should, but I didn't factor that in. So I'm just counting this at the $125. What else? Oh, I sold this LeMahieu Refractor Bowman Chrome Rookie Auto PSA 10 Pop 5 on this one. That brought me back like $400 before fees. Unfortunately, a lot of these deals had to happen on eBay. This one I was able to move off of eBay. Got $550 for these Star Wars sketches. Not a bad Not a bad price on that lot. Nice sketches. A lot of black and whites, though. I'm trying to consolidate a bunch of my collection that just doesn't move the needle for me much anymore. And it's been surprisingly easy. I'll address this for 1 second. Seems like the market is super hot to me. I'm only basing that, I mean, you can look at prices, you can look at indexes all you want, but I'm basing it on the fact that I'm able to move things if they're priced right. And some of the prices I'm getting on things are really, really nice. So it feels like it's super hot right now. What else? Oh, I also sold this Star Wars Masterwork Hits lot. Basically, it was a bunch of cards that have been sitting in my Star Wars box. You've got emblem hits. You got a film, the Han Solo film cell. Pretty cool card. You've got some stamps in there. And I also included in that lot these autos here. So you can see there are several autos, Star Wars autos from Masterwork that I included in that. Rodion's Kuruks. So Air Latvia, Rodion's Kuruks was someone I really went hard on because he was cheap. Heavy on, hard on, heavy on. Let's go with heavy on. I really went in heavy on him. Lots of Prism parallels, numbered. There's a Black Velocity, some autos from Optic, and then you've got like green pulsars to 25, I believe. You've got some purple pulsars. You've got some fast break. You've got a red Prism choice down there, and then also included these silvers in the deal. So move those super cheap. Now the thing about Rodion's is he's not playing in the NBA anymore, but he is playing for a Spanish team, and he did make the Olympic team for Latvia, so he will be playing in the Olympic qualifiers. I think they start in late July, so he'll have a chance to be relevant. I think this is a nice buy for somebody that wants to take a chance. And the international market is pretty strong. These players don't necessarily have to be in the NBA to move their cards. Of course, I think I moved this entire lot for $125, so nothing earth-shattering. But again, just to be able to move some of this bulk at a decent, at a decent amount coming back to me at a decent price. Speaking of moving bulk, I have a buyer that I offer bulk deals at really great prices, and he usually always says yes. Sometimes he counters at really gets them for really good deals, but I'll show you real quick. I'll put it in fast forward. There's a lot of, I think there were 74 autos, a lot of first Bowmans, a lot of some football, a couple basketball. These first Bowmans are 4 or 5 years old. Doesn't mean the players haven't made it, but at $110 for 74 autos, $110 for 74 autos, I don't think you can go wrong there. So they fill up a value box nicely, on-card autos, most of them. So I did move that, and then finally here, let's see. Finally here was probably the second biggest card in this deal. And it's a really nice sketch. It's a triptych Garbage Pail Kid sketch. It's fully painted. I don't know if you can tell from the pic, but the paint, like, there's, it's very texturized. So it's a really nice piece. Sold this on eBay for $650. It's a Jasmine Contois triptych sketch. Tried to take the guy off eBay. Found him. Didn't want to, but he did offer to increase his price to cover some of the fees from the price I wanted to be off of eBay. He basically made it happen on eBay. Sold this for $650. He ended up paying after taxes and shipping $710. Want to know how much I netted? $540. $170. eBay's going to put in their pockets. God, I just don't like dealing with eBay. Ugh. Speaking of eBay, I put my first auctions. Like, I've never auctioned anything on eBay before, but I have these. I'll show you some here. These Marvel Vibranium 2015 from Upper Deck. These are called the Molten Parallel, and they're out of $299. I also have a couple Radiance Parallels out of $50. Not huge names, but they are PSA 10s, and most of them are Pop 2 or 3. A couple Pop 1s in this. And I floated this as a bulk deal on the Marvel Collectors page on Facebook. Nobody bid. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to auction all these, and whatever I get back, I get back. So if you're interested in 2015 Vibranium is a pretty nice set. But if you're interested in any of those, look for those on my eBay page. They're set to end in a week. A lot of them are ending on Tuesday, and then Tuesday, and then some are ending on Sunday. I'm sorry. So anyway, that's it. That's everything. Brought back a card that is amazing in my eyes, and I'll probably always keep in my collection. And moved a bunch of stuff, really. Aside from the Garbage Pail Kid sketch and the green Jalen Hurts, none of that stuff is even, I'm not even going to remember having any of that stuff. That's how little it meant to me. Started to, make some room, starting to clear some things out. Got a long way to go. But it just felt good to finalize the players to be named later and just kind of see everything that I traded to get this back. So fun times. On that note, we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for hanging out. Till then, bye.